Hey everyone, so this is going to be our sub-episode on the Hall of the Novice, which will just tell us a little bit about our role as tank. And as I mentioned in the episode uploaded alongside this, this will be its own piece, and we'll have the regular episode to go along with it for today. So to get to the Hall of the Novice, you just talk to one of the smiths here. He'll have the little sprout icon, which is the same icon we've got. According to my records, you've yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, for there is much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt. Exercise 1, avoiding AoEs. And this sinks us to level 15. Listen up, novice. For this exercise, you'll be learning avoidance. An enemy often tips his hand before a big attack, so save yourself some hurt and step clear of the impact. Show you've learned to get out of the way and you pass. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. And begin. Training exercises out of the way. Watch your opponent carefully. When you see an attack coming, move out of the strike zone. And this is pretty much what I explained. I want to say like episode 3 or 4, somewhere in there. With the, you can see the pattern on the ground and just stand outside the pattern. So you can see with overpower we can just walk outside of the cone, but with that one we actually have to step to the side. And fire 2 is just a circular AoE. And we don't have to kill them, we just gotta avoid the attacks. And now this is what's likely to happen. We have to, come on, avoid both at once. And a good thing to note is, as long as you're out of the AoE, when it goes off, you can step back into that area. So if I were to step back inside that AoE, when the cast time was done on like Fire 2, even though I'm standing in the animation, it does not hurt. Outstanding. Learning to avoid obvious attacks is a skill all adventurers need. Those who insist on standing still won't long survive the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of my lessons will earn you a piece of armor to help you in your chosen role. You can also repeat the same lesson with the other masters and be rewarded with equipment that works best for students of their combat style. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Piece of gear. Really good gear. And we'll equip that all at once. Exercise 2, executing a combo to increase enmity, which is threat. Listen up, novice. When it comes to your place in the party, you're the wall of steel that what takes the enemy's hits. Soaking up the pain and keeping your mates safe, that's what you need to focus on most during battle. Enmity is a measure of how badly a foe wants to kill you, and it's your job to be at the top of everybody's list. So for this exercise, you'll be learning about enmity and how to build it. Remember to bolster yourself with the iron will before every battle. That'll get your foes to notice you nice and early. So, even though he says that, you don't need to do it every time. It's a toggle skill. Use it once and it stays on until you log out, I think. I don't remember. I just know that you don't need to trigger it, because if you click it again, it just gets rid of it. So there's no point in doing it at the start of every fight. Best way to establish yourself as a threat: string together some nasty combinations. In your case, it's start with Fast Blade and follow it with Riot Blade. Show me a series of blows, and I'll consider your lesson learned. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Hit the Wooden Warrior with your combination. Fast Blade first, Riot Blade second. Don't try nothing fancy. Get the order wrong more than 4 times, we start over. And this is, like I explained, and when we got Riot Blade, it's just basic combos. We'll get a third ability later on. Oh. I know that said something about I was trying to go back and I couldn't. So I skipped through the entire thing. Not important though. Exercise 3, executing a combo in battle. Listen up, Novice. Do you recall how we built enemy in the last exercise? This time you'll be testing that combination on a proper opponent. I've said this before, lad, but it bears repeating. Your job is to soak up the pain and keep your mate safe. And you do that by directing the foe's enmity onto yourself. If your allies still stand at the end of the fight, I'll count that as a win. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. So, you can always taunt. And then you start your combos. And play as you would normally. On single target, your threat is not like a non-issue, so long as you have Iron Will on, which we don't. Actually, that is one circumstance when it comes off, is at the start of duties where it level syncs you. Because it takes off any buffs you might have in case you don't have them at the synced level. So if you like spam dungeons for leveling, you'll have to turn that on each time. 4, accrue enemy from multiple targets. Listen up, Novice. For this exercise, you'll learn how to build enmity with multiple foes. Have you ever tried using the Total Eclipse technique? It'll let you aggravate an entire group of enemies. That is this one. Total Eclipse hits every bugger within a circle around you. Make sure you're positioned so you don't miss anyone. I think there's 8 exercises altogether, so we're about halfway done. And this is what he was saying about make sure you're positioning yourself. So like right here is okay still. And getting the positioning down is just a matter of practice. Like right around here should be okay. And this is about the max that you'll ever, you know, that's about the max distance of total eclipse. It does not tell me how many are there. How many that there are. 5, engaging multiple targets. Basically the combat scenario of what we just did. Listen up, Novice. For this exercise, you'll be training against multiple opponents. Use Total Eclipse to gain enemy of the group, just like you practice. Be sure the enemy is the only one. Enemy is only interested in hitting you. Defeat every enemy on the field, and I'll consider your lesson learned. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. Start. It's gonna be these guys. This is a pretty standard dungeon pull, 3 to 5 enemies. And I personally did a bit of target priority there. Mage is usually the highest priority, some sort of caster. Healer, obviously top priority. Healer to at least how I do it, sorry, is healer to caster to range DPS to melee to tank. Excuse me. So if there's, like in that situation, kill the caster first, then the monk, then the tank. Range attacks for enmity, that is our shield lob. For this exercise, you'll learn to establish an enemy with range attack, and battle your enemies won't care for fair. Stroll to back of foes, and your ass gets swarmed. And your shield lob technique will be the tool for the job. Rather than blunder into a mob of nasties, you're better off pulling a few at a time from a safe distance. To defeat every enemy, I'll consider your lesson learned. So, in MMO terms, there's obviously your ranged pulling, shield lob, or provoking. There's also body pulling, which is when you just get close enough to aggro one enemy. So like in this situation, body pulling probably won't work. I might be able to get 1 or 2. But like you just said, the entire exercise is to use the range attack. So, and this is what will happen a lot with range pulls. You will pull enemies that are linked together, and in other games that's what body pulling is for. You can pull 1 or 2 away from the pack without risking the entire group. And most times, if you hover over an enemy, you can see who it's linked with. But in this case, we can't. And they're all resistant to stun. And since this is the last pack, I can show body pulling. And that's all body pulling is. You just walk close enough to get aggro. Ooh, excuse me. You see how easy it was to split up that big nasty mob? Situation doesn't always allow it, but often there's a better strategy than charge. Future bonus. Nice. Engaging enemy reinforcements. So this is like when we fought the first Blanca with Thancred. When the Lessers came out, it was just adds into the fight. Listen up, Novice. For this exercise, you'll learn how to deal with reinforcements. Sometimes there's latecomers to a battle, so you've got to stay alert. If you notice a new foe arrive, don't give in to panic. Keep calm and pick the enemy up with your usual tools. Too far away for a combination? Then reel him in with shield lob. Once you grab everyone nice and close, you can switch to Total Eclipse to keep that enmity flowing. Defeat every enemy on the field and I'll consider your lesson learned. So we'll start off close with this guy. So this is where you can zoom out just to see what's going on. New wave of enemies you can see is over here. Iron Will. That's always important to have Iron Will on. Which is why I hate that it takes it off here, because we're sinking down to 15, but it does it because we get synced. New enemy up here. Shift over, shield lob. Even though it's on me, it's still going towards her. Which is quite annoying. Random reinforcements ain't so hard, is it? Here's your bonus. Chest piece. And I want to say that's the last one. This is going to be the final. Yep, final exercise. Begin. And this will be a culmination of everything that we've learned in the Novice Hall. This is it, the final exercise. As the culmination of your training, all the skills you've learned will be put to the test. Iron Will. Breathe deep, remember your lessons, and you'll do fine. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Start with the basics, keep your foes away from your allies, and watch positioning. So, range pull, combos, avoid AoEs, got company, oops, not even target this stupid thing. And you can probably tell it's gonna come from here. Oh, these ones are not immune to stun. If you have groups in your previous training, this is no different. So start walking to the center, start with the Eclipse. Avoid the AoEs. And that right there is what I'm talking about. Once the ground marker goes away, you can step back into the area it was in. Okay, you're near the end of it now. Stay focused, looks a bit of a handful. Congratulations on completing the course. Here's a little something to mark the occasion. New ring. If it didn't have experience bonus on it, I would use it, but it does, so we're not going to. So, decent, really decent set of gear. Really nice ring. Actually, once we hit 30, or whenever the experience bonus stops, I'll probably put it on because we won't be gaining the extra experience. Maybe that's what I'll do with the other stuff too. No, by the time we hit 50, we should have better. I don't know. Probably we'll see. But, but that's the Hall of the Novice. And actually, that's it for this section. Because I did this in the middle of the main video. So thank you all for watching this extra little bit. And I will talk to you all in the next episode. Have a good one.